Welcome back to the At Home with Roby show. I'm Ashley Davis along with Trent Haston from the Roby family of companies. Visit us today at andrewroby.com. That's Andrew, R-O-B-Y.com, or you can always find us on the WBT.com homepage. Trent, before the break, we had some fun. We talked about Valentine's Day. We hope everybody out there is enjoying your Valentine's Day today. But now we're joined by Daniel Ray, friend of the Andrew Roby Company. He's with Carolina Carpet One. If you want to know more about them, go to carolinacarpet1.com. They're our featured guest today. And we talked a little bit before the break, Trent, just about our partnership with them. They do residential, they do commercial. Andrew Roby's in both sides of the construction business in regard to those. We have a mutual client that'll be on a little bit, but it's great to have partners of ours come on the show, talk about their business, and help cross-promote each other.
Who is the mutual client? Finks Jewelers. Go get your Rolex.
The Rolex, a dealer of the Carolinas.
Daniel, welcome. It's funny, during the break, Daniel walked in and I said he does. They are multifaceted, diverse, like Andrew Roby and the Roby family of companies, and Roby Commercial do commercial and residential. Kind of the similar mindset. Why we like to have you on here and why we promote you together. And I said, who do you like working with better, the commercial guys or residential guys? And his answer was yes. You've been taking some sales classes, I guess?
A little bit of training.
Well, welcome to the show.
No, I appreciate it.
I do want to say, though, since it's Valentine's Day, I love Alan Jackson. We just went on that trip and got to listen to a lot of Alan Jackson. He evokes love in my heart, and every time you give the website, Sash, I always throw because I'm old school, I throw a www dot in front of it, and he's got that song. I just looked up the name, www.memory. It's on his Greatest Hits Volume 2. Go listen to it if you want to go old school internet.
Old school internet Valentine's Day song, Memories. And there's nothing says Alan Jackson like a good piece of hardwood flooring.
Dang.
How's that for a transition?
Down on the bayou.
So when you're thinking about flooring for your house, Daniel, there's a lot of options, right? Let's just run through them a little bit. Maybe talk about the pros and cons of each, where you see each one used, and then how you kind of evaluate somebody's home and what their needs are when you have that process.
For sure. Starting on the bottom level, there's so many things that you can do, but what I see most people doing, especially within the residential setting, is taking those few rooms that still have carpet in them, pulling up the carpet, and putting in hardwoods to try and match as close as possible what's already there.
Right.
So let's give the educational component, because when I was growing up, and I grew up with carpet in my back pocket or hardwood floor pieces. I don't know what I had when I was 7, but it was something construction related. It used to always be said on the bottom floor. Typically, a bottom floor of a house is a slab, or a lot of times. And when I was growing up, you only put carpet on slabs, or you put some, they call it kitchen rug over at the Home Depot in West Gastonia, but it's sheet vinyl, right? I mean, they put that. So that's what it is. But now you put real hardwoods or engineered hardwoods, or explain that to us. I mean, it's come a long way.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, the technology has really advanced so much now with hardwoods. The term is engineered hardwoods, and that's the multi-layering of plies in between the desired species of flooring on the very top, that very top layer. And it's advanced so much now that we can do site-finished engineered hardwoods on top of a concrete slab.
I had no idea that was possible.
Just like a traditional Myers Park house, you lay the solid oak flooring down, or Dilworth, and it's rough. You finish the job. The last thing you do the week before the punch list is you come through and you sand it, and you put 3 coats of poly on that joker.
Yes, sir.
Make that thing shine. So how many on the engineered products, how many sandings can you get out of it?
Yeah, you can refinish those products. Now, each product is not created equal, so what you're looking for is a maximal, wear layer on that very top.
But you get what you pay for, right?
Exactly. You could get 2 or 3 out of some of the best products. 2 or 3 times of refinishing.
So that means if you live in a house for 5 years or 10 years and you scuff the floor up, you got dogs, you come through, you move all your furniture out for a week, you go on vacation, these folks come in, sand, finish, you got a brand new floor for another 10 years.
Yes, sir.
You can do that 2 or 3 times with this engineered product. I think that's really cool. Now, y'all do real hardwoods too?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Solid hardwoods. We do all different types of hardwood flooring.
What's the trendiest wood species these days?
It's actually come back to a European oak look.
Okay.
So the hand-scraped hickories were very popular
Yep.
for about 5 to 10 years. They're actually kind of going away a little bit, and what's really popular now is like a 7.5-inch wide European oak look, which is a very flat surface, and it's got more of an antique look with a very more like a dark walnut stain and a satin finish, very flat finish.
Darker seems to be kind of where people go these days, right? It used to be kind of lighter wood. Everything you go into new homes, they seem to have darker floors now.
And the longer that oak sits there, it darkens over time too, right?
That's right. And depending where you are geographically, maybe on the coast, we might get bleached out wood and stuff like that.
That's great information, folks. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to the At Home with Roby show. Special guest today, featured guest, Carolina Carpet One. If you want to know more about hardwood floors, carpet, tile, anything for your home, go to carolinacarpet1.com. You can give them a call at 704-522-0404. And Daniel, you mentioned kind of taking those hardwood floors, maybe ripping up the carpet, matching what you have. But there's a little more to it than that. You have to do some testing to make sure you got there's no moisture and you got the right species going down, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different things you need to look for, but maybe simply a couple things to make sure your trade professional's looking for is, number one, do they know the moisture content of your subfloor? Because if you take dry wood and you put it into a moist environment, you pretty much ruin your investment. It cups the hardwoods and they look wavy when they're finished, and it's just not a good look. So you definitely want to test the moisture of the subfloors. Another thing is if you're ripping out carpet in adjoining rooms and you're putting in hardwoods and you're trying to match what's existing there, you want to make sure that you get the right species as well. And some of the older homes in Charlotte were using a mix of both white oak and red oak in 1.5 inch width. And so it's important to take tests of numerous boards within the area to make sure that you're getting either a 100% red oak floor, a 100% white oak floor, or a blend of the two.
I do have to say, you only live and learn. We do a ton of hardwood floors in half of my life. It's a really bad feeling when half the house, the existing half is white oak or red oak, and you order oak and you put it down. We've maybe done that once or twice, and I mean you have to
pull it back up. Yeah.
Traditionally, I mean if you want to do it right. Now I was joking about the vinyl, the sheet vinyl, the old they call it kitchen rug over in West Gastonia.
Grandma's vinyl.
But I know vinyl's come a long way too, and that's a product I think it's really nice. You got luxury vinyl plank. Can you educate us a little bit on that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, when you think vinyl, it is definitely not great grandma's vinyl that's ripped up. I mean, the new luxury vinyl plank comes in numerous looks like tile or like hardwood plank, and the graphics are phenomenal. And what really makes that product stand out is its durability. It's extremely water resistant, scuff resistant, gouge resistant, and it performs. I mean, it's just really tough as nails.
Really? Wow, that is cool.
Now, you typically see that in a basement, a laundry room, bathroom, that type of application. You see people putting it throughout the home.
Basically, that will go better in more the wet areas, just because of its water resistance. But I'm seeing people put it everywhere.
Yeah.
It might not be the best fit for your home all over the house, but definitely would be a great fit for a basement.
Right. And I talk about this a lot when I'm meeting with clients, and they go, "Hey, I want to put tile in my kitchen because it's kind of a wet area," but they'll have hardwood and they like hardwood or the vinyl, or now you have the cork flooring, which is pretty cool. It's very durable. I have that in my laundry room. It's a nice product. I think it's came a long way, but you also need to consider when you're putting something in your kitchen or in your house, how much you're in the space, what you do in there, especially if you're an older family. It's going to be hard on your legs.
Yeah,
Tile and stone is hard on your legs. You soften up a little with hardwoods. Oak's a harder hardwood, I mean, even relative in the hardwood world. And then you go to a vinyl or a cork, and it kind of gets bouncy, and you can really, really tell the difference. Yeah.
And kind of one thing that's in your name we haven't really talked about, that's carpet. I know you've got a great selection of carpet beyond some of the hardwoods we've talked about, and there's a new waterproof carpet, right, from Shaw. I've never heard of this.
It's a phenomenal product, especially if you have young children, if you have pets. If you think about the benefits of a waterproof carpet, is that if anything spills on top of the carpet, it's not going to go through the backing and into the pad or to the subfloor, which is going to just create a smelly mess over time.
So this is there a brand behind this?
Yeah, Shaw Industries makes the carpet, and they're a leader in the floor covering industry.
That's kind of like a couple weeks ago we had Harkey in here. He's talking about that DuPont sealer.
The sealer, yeah.
I had two people come up to me in church and say, "My gosh, for $350 you can seal marble now, have it in your kitchen." 15 years.
If you need that, or if you need waterproof carpet for your kids or dog, go to Carolina Carpet One. You stay with us for a second, Daniel?
Yes,
we're going
sir.
to take a break. We're going to come back. When we come back, we're going to talk a little more about carpet. We're also going to talk about the commercial side of the business. You're listening to the At Home with Roby show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.